basically a kickoff meeting to understand the ins and outs of the search and what they needed. Can I take that same approach essentially? Like
Thousand
trigger,
percent.
like,
You know?
yeah, to start a project.
Yep. And the 3 questions, and I'm going to go through them again. The 3 questions, and we all need to be weaving these 3 questions as much as we can. This allows you to go really high level and put a frame around it without spending 45 minutes. And then your 3 questions are, does that match what you had in mind? Or does that match what you need? Or does that match what you needed? You can play around with that depending on the situation, right? And then they go, yeah. Or if they say no, good, you're going to go, what did I miss, right? Or what would you add to that? Now you're having a constructive conversation. Most of the time they go, yeah, that's it. And then you're going to go, did I miss anything? By the way, do people lie to us? All the time, right? And even in Blake's case, in a recruitment, did I miss anything? They're going to go, well, one of the things that, where we have lost people in the past is there is a week-long, fully immersive boot camp that you have to go to Atlanta. Like, I just want to make sure that you're, no worries. Right now, they're going to bring up that stuff that they were maybe hesitant to bring up when you go, did I miss anything? Right? So does that match what you had in mind? Did I miss anything? Right? And then if it is a situation where you did talk before, the last of the 3 questions after you've put a frame around the current situation is, has anything changed since we last spoke? Again, this is giving them an opportunity to fess up and be honest with you. We've limited our search down to 2 people. We really need to make a decision because of X, Y, and Z. All of a sudden, you'll start grabbing so much good data by asking, does that match what you need? Did I miss anything? Has anything changed since we last spoke? Right? And by the way, for Volcano, for Tony, right, you've got a situation with a new buyer where you talked with the old buyer. This is a great opportunity for you to use this framework. Okay? Based on my conversations with XYZ buyer, the current situation is bop, 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 bop. The capabilities you guys need in a supplier are freshness, this, creative packaging, blah. Does all that still match what you needed? Did I miss anything? Has anything changed since we last spoke? Right? This is going to allow all of us, no matter where we are in the deal, to just put it on rails and drive it forward.
Thank you. I have a follow-up question.
Sure.
As far as, I think I'm putting together insights right now and understand, at least on the business development side, because there's, for each industry, there's going to be a different problem that they're dealing with. I think I can handle that in creating an insight. But for the candidate side, for the recruitment side,
yeah.
Again, I'm dealing with different industries, different levels. Is my insight kind of going into the problem of advancing their career, finding a new job, kind of that angle with recruiting them to get them to call me back, I guess?
Real high level on these candidates. I'm assuming, are these in the food chain, are these people a little bit higher up, or is this maybe their first job?
Higher up, like management executives, CEOs even.
Yeah, a lot of times with management executives and CEOs, and I would maybe let the great and powerful Chelsea, who's one of the best recruiters in the world, chime in on this, but with senior level people, the insight that I would maybe bring up, and this is because the recipe for a Matt Easton insight is something that's helpful to them, whether they do business with you or not. And an insight for a senior level person that would be helpful for them, whether they did business with us, is, hey, there is something going on that everybody in the C-suite's having to deal with right now. Nobody is talking about it, right? I just want to make sure you were aware. Yeah, what's going on? Here's what's going on. We can pick COVID as a point in time, right? But post-COVID, literally, comp plans have changed 3 different times. Job security has changed 3 different times. And where a lot of C-level people are at is they have absolutely no idea if their comp is right, if their structure is right at their organization, if there's other avenues where they can make an even bigger impact out. And it's really difficult for them to kind of pop their head out of the submarine, so to speak, and look around and just see what else is out there. And a lot of times, even if they stay, that having looked around will help them with some new ideas that they can bring back to their organization, even if they never, leave their existing place. Scott, how are you dealing with that as the CIO of Mick Smithers Logistics? right? Man, yeah, it's been a long time since gosh, I've been here for 28 years, right? In terms of where are you at now? What's your, like, in terms of your compensation? Where are you at right now? Where do you want to be? Now you're having a constructive call that's not, hey, I'd like to talk to you about leaving your job, because most of those C-level people will be really guarded. And they'll be like, well, I'm not going to leave, because they're like, I don't want to tell you anything because I don't trust you, right? But if you lead with, hey, there's something going on that everybody's having to deal with, right? They've been locked in, but over the last 3-4 years, the industry has changed not once, but like 7 different times. Right? And a lot of times they just don't have their ability, and I just made that up, but it kind of sounds good, to pop their head out of the submarine and look around and see what else is going on. Because in the benefit of that, okay, you get to see if, make sure that you're being completely taken care of for what you're worth, right? But here's what nobody's talking about. By seeing what else is going on, you can see how other companies are structured, how other people in your role are compensated, and the purview that they have in the organization. And even if you stay, that's going to be helpful information for you to bring back to your organization to make sure you guys are fully optimized. How are you guys dealing with that? Now it just opens the door to, I wasn't trying to leave, I just wanted to make sure we were fully optimized. You're giving them plausible deniability.
Yeah, thank you. So essentially going out to, have you popped your head up? Have you looked at the market? Have you gone out there
and it's changed. The market in the last 3 years, and I'm just going to make up some numbers here, but I'm probably accurate. I would let Chelsea chime in on that if she was here. I would say in the last 3 years, the market for C-suite people has changed 5 times in 3 years. It's been that tumultuous, right? There are entire job categories that used to be popular 18 months ago that are completely gone. Director level, we're not doing that anymore. That didn't work. There's other places where 2 years ago, a CIO or a CISO was in charge of this silo of stuff. Thanks, AI. Now a CISO, a chief security officer, their entire structure of what is important and where they have their hands in everything. Right? And it's like, this is the opportunity, and I don't know if you're dealing with tech, but that's an example of you being able to sound like a really skillful expert, because you're not just trying to get a candidate, right? How are you dealing with that? And by the way, it doesn't matter if they're a CISO or not. Everybody's going to be like, I am overworked, right? You can leverage stuff like that. My job has completely changed over the last. Tell me about it, right? I mean, since I started this, I don't even recognize my position anymore. When you say you don't recognize your position anymore, can you give me a specific example? Yes, I'm taking on this, this, and this. Because of the fact that you had said you're involved with ABC and XYZ, I'd like to recommend, and now you can pivot into maybe some of the stuff that you have available for them without it being, salesy.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Puts me in the right direction.
My pleasure. If you like this video, I got you. I'm going to hook you up. Click the link in my bio. I'm going to give you the closing mini masterclass. It's normally $300. I'm going to pay for everything. You're going to close a lot more business. You're going to make a lot more money. You're going to have a lot more fun. And you're going to be like, Matt Easton changed my life. And I'm going to be like, yes, I did. Did we just become best friends? And you're going to say, yes, we did. And then you and I are going to be best friends, and it'll be great. So click the link in my bio so we can be friends and you can close more business, and I'll cover all the cost. See you there.